Hi, and welcome to Real Clear Fetish Revisited side podcast because I don't have enough to do already for my main podcast where I invite guests from previous seasons on to have a little chat to see where they're at. I've randomized who gets to be a guest on it from the first 5 seasons. And this episode has Liam. Hi, Liam.
Hello, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm all right. It's a nice, bright, sunny day for once. And
Fantastic.
you brightened it up even more.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was looking at when your episode was.
Oh
You were
God,
on
when was
series.
that?
You were series free, episode 2,
Ah,
on the
okay.
18th of September 21.
Wow. I would hoped it was sooner than that. That's a while ago.
Time goes fast. Absolutely, and
That's amazing.
we were still kind of still at the tail end of COVID as well.
We were, yeah. Everyone was still paranoid. Everyone was still being very cautious. And I think that's a good thing, and I think COVID reset a lot of people in a good way. Yeah, wow, that's a
Yeah.
long time.
So, for people who might not have watched your episode, go and check
Mm,
out his episode. But
mm.
can you give a little quick introduction to yourself?
So my name's Liam. I'm Rubber Arch on Recon. I've probably spoken to a number of you already. I am predominantly a rubber man, and I have been into rubber since I was 28. That's many years now. I'll let you guess my age. I'm not going to say it.
Last year,
Uh,
last year.
exactly, last year. I've known Ralph many, many years. He's an absolute sweetheart. So, yeah, I'm pleased to be back here with you, buddy.
Thank you very much for doing this and
Yeah.
indulging me. Second question in this
Mm,
case. Since your episode, what has been
mm.
the most challenging thing in your life and how did you overcome it?
Most challenging. Well, when we originally spoke, I had just moved to Manchester. So I moved to Manchester just as the lockdown freed and we were allowed to do things. I moved to Manchester sight unseen. So I got my apartment without seeing it. And then I would say the biggest challenge then is it's a new city. It's trying to establish relationships, but really healthy relationships.
Hmm.
It's not falling into the same patterns because you've known me a very long time. And those old patterns in London would predominantly be drinking to get down my nerves, drinking to feel secure and being able to speak to people, and those really unhealthy parallels. Moving to Manchester allowed me to get those healthy relationships. I was particularly picky, which is good. Luckily, I had a lot of friends in Manchester already, a lot of friends who are fortunately safe, sane, and consensual, which is
We like that.
very important. And yeah, my friendship base grew. And also as well, I think the way I grew on top of that is by understanding the patterns that I was in because it's new, it's fresh. So it's like obviously friendships is the first thing. Then it's like, oh, well, I don't have to go out if I don't want to. If I've even if I've spent an hour douching, takes me a long time. I'm a thorough boy.
Be clean and
I have
pristine.
to be clean and pristine and precise. But then obviously getting into rubber, unlike leather, I would say I might be being scandalous here. Leather's a bit quicker to get into than rubber, I would personally say.
How very dare you?
It's a bit quicker to get into, depending on obviously how much leather you're deciding to run on. So I would take so long. But then it's like, well, if I go there and the vibe is off and I get a little bit anxious
Mm.
because I suffer with social anxiety. And it's like, well, it's okay. I don't need a drink to cure that social anxiety. Don't need it. If I don't like it, I can go home and that's okay. It's been refreshing. I feel a lot more happier here, a lot more safe and happy here.
I had the pleasure of inviting you to one of my hashtag going in dry dinners. I
Yes.
was in Manchester for Manchester Leather Weekend, and that was
Yes.
you definitely seemed much more centered in yourself, and
Thank
that
you.
yes, as you said, I've known you for many, many years, much more bubbly and sprightly and happy in yourself, which is important.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
sometimes a change of scenery is what is needed.
It is needed, and I think with a lot of people, I think this applies to anyone really, even if they struggle with addictions or they don't, is if you're in a situation that doesn't serve you, it's not a selfish feeling. It's not, you're not being selfish, you're protecting yourself.
Hmm.
And your safety is the paramount thing. And if you're with people that are cool, they will understand that. If you're with people who then use that against you, they're not the right people to hang around with.
No,
Not at all.
that's for
No.
sure. And I've definitely known my share of not people who elevate.
Exactly. And it's not even just elevate, it's just understanding. I think the basis for anyone in this world, all we want to be is understood. All we want to be is listened to. Listening is for some people really hard to do. And it's like, well, when I saw you at the dinner, it was lovely to see you after what, a year, pretty much a year on the dot.
Hmm.
And and yeah, it was very welcoming. I felt safe and it was just very relaxed. There was none of that heavy vibe of oh God, who do I have to be? Do I have to put a mask on? Because again, a lot of times we mask. And no, that's your gift, I'd say, Ralph, is you don't have to mask around you, which is
Yeah.
really, really hard to do. So,
That's one of the things I do try with the dinners is they have to
mm,
be welcoming, sober, of course, that's what
of
they're
course.
about. But
Yeah.
also there's not really any like you can dress up for it, that's
Mm,
welcome, but
yeah.
it's not a given. And it's just a nice, safe, relaxing space. And a lot of different people come for different reasons. Some people just want a dinner where there's not drinking involved for that matter, and that's also a
Mm,
welcome. So it was really nice, and we were a lovely little group.
we were.
It was just a lot of different reasons for not drinking at
Yeah,
that particular dinner. Different levels of neurospiciness for sure.
definitely. 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 Yeah,
But
yeah. I'm bipolar too, as you know, so I suffer with more the depression and anxiety side of things. And and yeah, it's just you can just be honest with people. And I think definitely speaking with people who are in different programs and everything like that. Again, even though I'm not in any myself, the education is still there. And I
mhm.
think is really important. So even if you're not and you have friends who are, listen to them because you'll probably pick up a lot of really helpful tips and tricks.
I
Because I
think
did.
I think with people with mental health conditions or
Mm,
addiction issues and so on,
mm,
we have to do a lot of upkeep. Uh,
mm,
not in a like, oh, it's work kind of way, but we do
mm,
mental upkeep
mm,
to keep ourselves sane and healthy and so on.
mm.
And sometimes when you meet people who just kind of bob along in life, don't have any mental health issues and so on, but when we have those tools,
Mm.
sometimes we kind of look at people as like, there's things you should look at, but
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
we kind of all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're yeah, that sounds healthy. But it's not also not our place to point everything out to everyone.
And the most important word is judge, which
Yeah,
is
absolutely.
so important. Yeah,
Absolutely. And it's
so
just
important.
it's important meeting people at their where
Mm,
they're at when it comes to all this. Question three, what has been the
mm.
most joyous since your episode?
Joyous since my episode. Yeah, again, this is going to go back to my previous answer. I really do think it's about the friendships and the social environments which I can go into and remove myself as and when I need to. Because for me, I'm a rubber man through and through. And, I dabble in leather every now and then. But the scene in Manchester, a lot of people get wary of it because it can come across a bit too young. Not at all. There's a night for everyone if you look for it. And I think the joyous part of it has been it's like, well, great. I can, with this friend group, I can go, I can be myself. I can go if I need to. I'm not pressured if I don't. In London, I was always pressured,
Mm.
always pressured. If you don't go to this night, you're not my friend. If you don't go to this night, you're not supporting the community. The community is what you make it. And Manchester has a really good one for me. It works for me. It may not work for everyone, but it works for me.
Mm.
So I definitely think that that friendship, that core friendship group, has allowed me to be more stable in myself. So therefore, like you said, and you were really sweet about it, is the sense that when I meet people who I've been friends with for a long time, is that they can see the noticeable difference. I'm less jittery, less nervous. So then when I am on the scene, I don't need to drink to have a good time. I don't need to do drugs to have a good time. I can just be myself. I'm comfortable with myself. And if I'm only there 20 minutes after spending 20 quid to get in, that's my prerogative.
Oh, the power of just going home.
Yeah.
Oh, who fucking knew?
Who fucking knew that you could go home when you wanted to and it didn't matter? And that everyone's not standing there judging you. And if there are people there standing there judging you, well, what's their problem? It's not mine.
Well, yeah, it is their problem. And oh, there's something really satisfying of just going like in the middle of like a party at its highest when you're not enjoying. It's like, do you know what? I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's fine. And I think when you're neurospicy, specifically, I get social anxiety, you know, sometimes it's about pushing myself to go. The old adage of, once you're there, you have a good time. And 90% of the time I will. But then there's not that pressure of, oh, well, what do I have to do? And now, even in my friend group where someone's had a bad day or a bad week, it's like, I'm not really feeling it. Fine, don't go. I'm not going to judge you. It's like, oh, I'll probably stay for just a Coke. Fine, stay for a Coke. If that's all your social battery needs at that point, that's fine. And again, that delves deeper into, the BDSM sexuality and mentality behind it. If you're a top, you might not be in the mindset to give that energy out. Likewise, when you're a sub like me, I might not be in the mindset to, respond in the way I feel I should,
Mm.
because otherwise it just gets a bit crap, doesn't it? Nobody has a good time.
Dom and sub relationships are fun, that's for sure,
Mm,
but uh, you need to be at the same level,
you
really.
do.
And to be honest, the sub controls the scene anyway.
Hmm.
They're the ones with the fucking power because
Oh,
they
absolutely. It's like, well, like lick my boots, boy, and not now.
no, no.
I've had a week.
Yeah, it's fine. Lick them yourself.
So I'll do that later.
A rain check, please. Fourth question. What
Mm.
do you think we should champion more than ever at the moment?
In the gay scene, in the fetish scene.
Whatever you think fits
Mm.
with that question.
Interesting. I think what we should champion more than anything at the moment is a little empathy. Empathy is a very powerful thing at the moment, and specifically, with the assault to the trans community, you need some empathy towards that. You need empathy towards people who are new coming out on the scene, empathy to those who are struggling with substance issues or just having a bad day at work. People mask a lot more. I've noticed since COVID, people mask a lot more. And masking is okay to a certain degree. And, you know, when you empathize with people, what I mean is just listen. If someone wants to tell you something, just listen. If they're quiet and just want to be quiet, just be quiet with them. You know, if they feel that something is trivial, well, might be not trivial to them,
Mm.
might be entirely trivial to me. But it's like, well, no, it's important to them. So listen, empathize. Because if everyone, like I mentioned before, if everyone just listened to each other just a little bit more and we're a little bit more empathetic to it, it's cool. And that can spread across people saying, oh, I'm not sure I want to go there. Fine, no, I don't want to, don't go. Oh, I don't want to go there alone. Fine, I'll go there with you. Oh, I want to go home now. Fine, I'll go home with you. So it applies to all rules of life. So I think with the media continuously pushing division,
Mm.
because that's what it does, with it continuously pushing this rights narrative, and everyone should hate each other, everyone should, battle against differences. No, differences is a very good thing, because otherwise the world would be a very boring place. So yeah, just empathize.
Question 5. What new gear have you poured your love on?
Literally.
Oh,
Uh,
no.
well, I dabble in pup play now and then. I am not what would be defined as a serious pup. I'm more of a kind of bratty dog, kind of. But I got one of those silicone masks that Fairy Joy is pumping out at the moment
The
because it's a
one with the
combat.
round hole at the front.
Yeah, yeah. And even though silicone, and I am a rubber boy, I can get over that. But it's great because I'm into kind of transformation. I'm into drone as well, if you call it that, full coverage. So yeah, that's fun because it's so malleable, and people are always wanting to try it on, always. So yeah, you can also have a little fun with people trying it on as well.
I now see a lot of silicone going on. It's
It
almost
has
become its
become
own other
very
thing
popular.
now.
Mm. It has, I think over COVID and lockdown, neoprene became the big thing. Neoprene just exploded. And yeah, now silicone over the last, what, 2 years? Yeah, it's exploded.
It's
And
it's
this,
it's come with the full body suits, the muscle suits.
yeah, I want to get one, but then, you know, knowing me, I'll ruin it. But also as well as how does it, my head mask is fine, but is how does that interact with, the rest of your rubber? Yeah, I'd love a full coverage one, but I would never go outside in it. That's an indoor treat only because, wearing it outside, oh, I would ruin it. I really would.
Yeah, it's a little bit more sensitive, I
It
think.
is a gentler material.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, even the rubber's thinner. For me, silicone's a little bit more, yeah, a little bit more delicate because you have to store it so precisely. Unlike leather and rubber, silicone, yeah, is quite high maintenance
Oh,
material.
leather is high maintenance. Oh my God, I have to clean it twice a year.
Twice a year? Do you
Yeah.
do that yourself, or do you get a service up to do that?
I would like a sub to do it, but I
Mm.
sadly do it myself at
Very
this.
nice.
I don't do my own boots. I do
You get a boot black to
rotate.
do that.
I rotate my boots for the leather social, and then I get the boots
Mm.
done by the boot blacks because they need
Mm.
something to do.
They need something to do. They need to be on their knees. It's their natural position.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. I can get. Well, what about cleaning the hides and all of that? Do you go down DFS and get your honey wax for
Cleaning the hides.
yeah the trousers
The
and the
trans.
jackets?
Well, no, you clean that with saddle soap, and then you have like dubbing and oils and essential oils. No essential oils, but you
Yeah.
just you clean them from the outside, and it just kind of
So
works.
it's not like pledge or anything like that.
Oh no.
Oh, see, I know nothing about leather really.
And have you discovered any new kinks since your episode?
Any new kinks since my episode? Let me think. Well, I was always into skinhead gear. I've got that more into that lately, so that's come back full circle, which is cool, and I'm enjoying that. I've got more into body modification, not the extreme side of body modification, not at all. So I've got a lot more tattoos since we last spoke. I've had my nipples pierced since we last spoke. So kind of enjoying that more. I want to get my ears pierced. So again, body modification, yeah, I've got more into. I think that suits, the skinhead look, but
Mm,
also the kind of slave look as well. Because I'm incredibly OCD, everything has to be symmetrical.
yeah.
So I have to do it at the same time, So I'm currently trying to figure out the right time to get my ears pierced at the same time. I've wanted to try and haven't found anyone yet. Rope bondage a lot more.
Mm.
I've got a lot more into that, and also as well got a lot more into electro as
Oh,
well. Yeah,
That sounds electrifying.
electrifying. Yeah, it brightens my evening. Uh,
Sitting with a bulb in your mouth.
yeah, like Uncle Fester. I know I'm bald, but you know that's close to. It's near Halloween, so what can I say?
Well, we just passed Halloween.
We're the other side of it now.
Yeah. Well, by the time this episode comes out, it would have been way past.
Oh, there you go. You know, Adam's family does Christmas. You know,
Oh,
maybe.
absolutely, absolutely. We will
Yeah.
be in December by then. Uh, but no, it's been really lovely to have a little quick catch up with you
Mm,
and just see where you're at. And thank you for doing this.
you're welcome.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you very much. And that was this episode, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time for our next little bite-size episode. Bye.